Come on in. Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. Thanks so much for tuning in today. I cannot wait to show you the other side of the Super Cs. So if you were watching us live this morning, I just got done filming a 40-foot Renegade Explorer, and now we are in a 32-foot Dynamax Isata. So this is a cool coach. This has got a lot of neat features. It is used. It's got about 22,000 miles on the odometer, and she has been to Alaska. But let me tell you, there's a lot of great reasons that you might consider this coach. One of them is this bed. Look at how much room I have. I mean, I could literally sit up here, do my Instagram photos, watch a movie, all of the things. I've got a sound bar. So if you are traveling with a lot of stuff or with friends, this is a great coach for you. But as usual, I'm coming to you live from Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name's Katie O'Neill. You can find me at 303-562-8659, or you can find me at RVs Inside Out, because I like to start my RV videos from the inside out. So Jody, please go ahead and take her on back. So this is kind of fun. We were trying to figure out how to shoot this video this morning. You know, what would be most effective for, staging and for where the camera would be. And one of the things that we discovered was that because this peninsula bed, they call it an island bed, but I watched a video earlier today and I was like, you know what, it is more of a peninsula than an island. Gives you the ability to walk by or walk around on either side. Now this is a queen, not a king, but it's a really nice gel foam mattress, very comfortable. And as you can see, either person would have access to get to the potty on here. So it made it very convenient for Jody and I to be able to start from the inside out. Now above the bed, you've got a ton of overhead storage, as you can see. These are all solid wood cabinets. The Dynamax product, I would say, in terms of overall finishes, is definitely a step below the Renegade. But for somebody who's looking to get out into the beaten path, this coach is really fantastic. It's got a Cummins engine in it that's got 800 foot-pounds of torque. It's got a 10,000 pound towing capacity, 360 horsepower, and it's a 4x4. So if you are looking to go to Alaska, if you are looking to go, fly fishing creekside, if you're trying to get somewhere where you wouldn't take a bigger, Super C, and you want like a mini Super C, this is a great fit for you. Now, these pickup truck-based chassis offer something that I think you'll hear over and over again in the market, is for people who are uncomfortable driving a big Freightliner. I happen to just love driving my big Freightliner. I have a Super C. It's 40 feet long. But for those of you that are uncomfortable, I do know that a lot of people like the way that you get that handling and all of the extra room in combination on this coach. Anyone who's coming out of a van segment, you know like what a luxury it is to have all of this storage. And you'll see it's actually cedar lined, which is such a nice feature. And then you've got really nice drawer storage on either side. And both of these are also cedar lined. So for those of you that are taking in some wool sweaters, going up to some colder climates, really nice feature. Another awesome aspect of this coach, a great feature of this, is the fact that you can actually open this window and have it latched and have all that fresh air coming into the coach here in the back bedroom. All of us know I'm a huge fan of ventilation. I also love oatmeal covered or colored nightshades. I think that they make a huge difference in terms of the overall, the look of the coach being a little bit lighter and brighter on the inside. And then you'll note also that there's one on each side. So this is also an opening window. It just rolls up as opposed to popping the whole thing, but you can get cross ventilation here. The client that owned this coach had it serviced here, used it from here, bought it from us here at Transwest, and installed some cool stuff. Great place for a coat hook. Again, another cedar lined closet, cup holders on either side of the bed. So, I know on a lot of these coaches, you're always struggling for a place to keep your water bottle at night. You've also got your USB ports here with a little net, which is a great place to be able to put your phone. So although this is not as high-end or fancy as you would find in some of the Super Cs that we carry here, this is a really nice package. And then one of the cool things about this particular package is Dynamax does different levels of coaches. This particular package is going to give you the all-weather capacity. Now you'll notice here we've got that sliding door. This is the little latch for it. So it can slide, it rolls back and forth to open and close. And then here in the mid bath, you'll see that you have quite a bit of room in here. And this has got a 78 gallon freshwater tank. Yep, 78 gallon freshwater tank. And then a 45 gallon black water tank and a 45 gallon gray water tank. But this is actually for a big dude who's out on the open road, getting a little stinky. This is a great place to take a shower. It's nice that you have the light overhead. And then also you'll notice that you'll have the same Santa Marin flush system and porcelain toilet here, so not that push pedal, with both equal and normal flush. The reason this is important is when you have a 45 gallon black water tank and you don't want to use too much water every time, it gives you the ability to have a lighter flush. And then up here we've got installed this really cool little medicine cabinet with a towel holder, an extra towel rack here for your washcloth, and then another medicine cabinet. This is a standard equipment cabinet up above with a nice stainless steel undermount sink. I'm sorry, stainless steel sink, and this is like a linoleum finish. It's not a solid surface finish. So as I mentioned earlier, this coach is not going to be like the highest end, like best finishes, but she's going to get you down the road, really comfortable, really quiet drive, very capable amount of torque, 800 foot-pounds over that 469 you'll find in some things that are on those Mercedes-Benz chassis in this competitive segment. And then she's got great rear storage outside, great storage on the inside, and then having the slide gives us a lot of extra room in this coach. Also having things like opening windows, and then having your fantastic fan with a rain sensor up top. All of these features make this a coach that is really good for any family that's looking to get off the beaten trail but still wants to keep it simple. This is certainly a ton of cabinet space here. It's funny, in one of the videos that I watched, they said, I'm sure we can get you an extra cabinet. Well, the client made one, so there's your extra cabinet, because normally this does only come with 2, and adding that third shelf gives you 4 levels. Great place to keep a toaster oven, maybe a coffee pot. And then I really do like these pull-out pantry drawers. You'll see these in, of course, like the Renegade products and the Newmar products, and they're very handy because they allow you to get all the way to the back. But sometimes it's nice to have a rear storage compartment up here where you can actually keep, bins inside. Maybe you'll keep your booze up there. Maybe you're going to keep, things that you don't use very often. Now in this segment, of course, we are expecting you're going to have more than just the 2 of you. So there's some extra towel racks here. And then when I close this up, I'm going to have access again to my refrigerator. And this is while I'm going down the road, so I can still access both my bathroom and my refrigerator, because I am standing in the pinch point of this coach. This is as narrow as it's going to get. So as you can see, lots and lots of room. Now, on the side note, one of the things I really like about this coach, first of all, they put in my spice rack, right? So this is a coach that people were actually using. They also put in a safety latch, but I have this really nice GE convection and microwave oven that also has air frying. So this is a profile level microwave oven. This is a very high-end oven. And then I have all of the storage up top. I also have Starlink, right? So I can stream anything I want. I don't need to have cable on this coach. It comes standard in this package with 900 watts of solar on top. It's got 4 lithium-ion batteries, so 400 amp hours of battery storage. It's got an 8 kilowatt quiet diesel generator, Cummins generator. It's got 2 air conditioners, and they're both 15,000 BTU air conditioners with heat pumps, so that's a nice feature. It also has a Truma hydronic system, so you've got tankless hot water heater on this coach, powered by your propane system, and you've got either a 50 amp plug-in or you've got that big generator on this coach. So this is a very capable off-road machine, and it being tied into the all-wheel drive system, and then the reinforcement. So it's got reinforced suspension in the front. It's got a reinforced sway bar in the back. This coach drives very, very nicely. It's made for people who are looking to get out on the road to actually use it. This is not a prissy park-only coach. This is get out there, find places other people haven't been able to get to, and stay the night type of coach. So pretty cool there. But I love the fact that you have this Suburban. I think it's such a smart idea. I wish I saw more of this. We always have a place to stow our our stove toppers, but to have a splash guard up against your window is actually really, really nice. In one of the videos, someone pointed out that you could use just half of it. I think so, but I think if you were really using it, I think you'd probably leave it this way and have it up so you wouldn't get that splash if you're especially making bacon or sausage, anything along those lines. And then having the ability to put the cover down so that you can use it as a prep counter is also very nice. Another great aspect of this coach, tons of storage in here, and then all of these like little soft closed drawers. Now again, the cabinetry in this is definitely not as how should I say, refined as you'll find on that Renegade or Newmar product, but it's really sturdy. Like everything is nice and well built, so you're going to have something that's going to give you a lot of longevity. And then it's also really thought out. Like how many times have you thought about when you're making your stuff, how nice would it be to have your large trash can accessible through a door here to take in and out, right? But when you're cooking, isn't it nice not to have to really open something up, especially in a small space, to put things in the trash? You could literally do all your prepping on top of your sink cover here and then just slide it over here. Not to mention if you're outside and you're bringing in all the stuff from dinner, instead of having to come all the way into the coach, you can literally open the door and pop it right there into the trash can. Now underneath you'll find that we have a stainless steel undermount sink. Nice and wide. You do have a residential style faucet with both spray and pour. And then you've got a pop-up outlet right here. And so this has got USB Type-C twice, and then it also has 3 110s. Kind of a nice feature. Out of the way when you don't need it, and perfect for when you do need it. So you'll see I have my lighting here underneath. It's a nice little LED light with some 110s. But also Dynamax loves to do this in countertop lighting. And you have your extra island here, so if you need more prep space, you have that ready to go. Other great features, nice place to have on your way out. They did add, again, their own extra shelf. A nice place to keep your, if you got leashes maybe, dog bowls, whatever it may be. A nice little drop spot here to keep all those keys. I measured this earlier. It's 79 inches long. I want to say it's 50 inches, 50 inches deep. But the most impressive aspect of this is actually having 36 inches of headspace in this coach. And I get a lot of people who ask for this. I don't understand why you need to have something to keep your kids from rolling out of bed. But maybe you do. I don't know. I've never really fallen out of bed while sleeping, but I guess people, maybe they fall out of bed. So you have this that little guy goes right here and keeps it in there. But what I wanted to show was also your ability to get in and out of this coach. So if you do have the bed up, this is actually a pretty nice amount of room. These are not as easy as getting into on these Freightliner chassis where you're just walking directly into the cab, but different manufacturers have different ways of doing things. And this is certainly going to give you more space to get down into this coach while you're going down the road to go potty. So if you are going down the road, you do have access, especially when the bed's not in place, to get up and down into this area. Now, the other thing I wanted to show is take a look at this dining space. This is a lot of room. So if you have a family of 4, you guys can all sit around here and eat dinner. And you have all the storage up top for all of your plates and dishes and bowls. Again, you already have those great pantries, so if you want to have a little extra, coffee with you, maybe you're going on a longer road trip, things like that, you could easily bin everything up there. And then very nice that you have these opening windows. And then this, of course, adjusts and turns down into a bed. This table drops down, it sits on top of these cleats. And then you actually can turn this into a bed or sleeping area as well. So you could definitely bring too many people with you in this RV. Now, above the door, we'll see our sound bar, but also, again, another great place for some storage. And then I would say the #1 creature feature of this coach isn't that there's cup holders and like a nice little nightstand for the kids if they're up here watching a movie, and a curtain so that they can have some privacy. Or you could pull the TV out, for instance, and use it to have the whole family sit at the booth and watch the movie. The best feature of this coach is right here. They've got a permanently mounted welcome to camp, quit your bitchin', certified happy camper area placard on this coach. Yes, you guys, it comes free with purchase, no additional cost to you. Pretty freaking fantastic. Now this is using the Firefly system. So what we like, oh, I'm gonna close the slide real quick, Jody. Okay, ready? Coach chassis on and brake on, and then you can operate your slides in and out. They're always a little different, so that's the rule for this one. But so this Firefly system I can actually download, and I can measure my tank measures here. I can control all of my lighting here. I can start and stop my generator here. Everything is right here in this nice little app. And then I can also, I've got my equalizer leveling system on this coach. And then the Victron energy management system is for the solar. In one of the videos, I think someone said that it had Victron inverters. It does not. It's got a pure sine inverter. A lot of people are going to Victron. Victron has become a very reliable source for a lot of people. Newmar's gone to Victron, Renegade's at Victron. Pretty common system, just because it does interface so well. Now, out here your awning has elbows, but as you can see, they come out, they're nice and high. No one's going to be impacted by the use of your awnings. You're not going to walk into it and hit your head. You've got a nice, it's 5 steps in, right? So pretty easy entrance into this area, and then easy access to your lithium batteries here underneath. So they're right here at the entrance of the coach. And then out here you'll notice that we have some stuff that really makes this a nice RV. So again, this is the Isata. This is a 4x4, and you can tell by the graphics with the compass rose that this coach has some nice key features like extra insulation. So it's going to be an all-season coach. The other thing I really like about it is that when you go to get into this RV, even if you're not the biggest person, you have a very easy entry port into this coach. So easy to step into, easy to step out of. And for a lot of people that travel with pets, having a front entrance where you can enter and exit while you're at the gas station, then being able to grab your leashes, maybe you keep them right here in this little door pocket, and then opening the mid-entry after you've closed the front so you've got some control over those little wild animals is always a nice feature. But getting in and out is really much more like getting in or out of a truck. So cool paint job. This is not a graphic. This is actually a full paint finish. And then you'll also note that on these coaches, this is not an insulated bay. So this is not a bay where you would keep your less weatherproof stuff. But what it is above is, you'll see, it's a great place to store a TV. And then this is a TV mount. And then this is your cable and your HDMI access and your plug. So a GFI plug, you don't have to worry about lightning hitting your TV and blowing it up. Well, I guess if lightning hit your television, it would probably blow it up. It's a sign from God telling you to stop watching TV while you're camping. Oh boy, go ahead, put the comments down below. Okay, here's that Truma AquaGo system. I'm just gonna show this to you. There's some interesting little features. This is one of the least weatherproof aspects of any coach. When you drop this down, there's a little canister that comes out of here that you would use to winterize your coach. This can freeze. There's an apparatus you can buy off of Amazon for about 400 bucks that's heated. So you don't have to worry about that aspect of your hydronic system freezing. That's one of those things that you'll learn when you do an orientation with Marlon Bloodman here at Transwest. So I'll show it to you on the other side. Our campground's full of people right now doing cool stuff. But a lot of them, if they've bought a coach, they come here, they have a orientation, and we don't put you into a campground somewhere else. You stay with us. We're gonna take ownership of the delivery experience. You don't pay for the coach until after you've had your orientation, you know that everything's working. But even then, after you go in and sign your contracts, we don't say, okay, thanks for your money, see you later. We say thanks for the money. Let's take you down to our nice campground. We have laundry on site for free. We have dump stations, we have water, we've got 50 and 30 amp. We've got a place for you to park and stay with us so we can make sure you know what you're doing before you get into the forest. Now this is one of those insulated bays. So again, this is one of those packages that you can get on this Isata that makes it an all-weather coach. And another feature of this coach that I think is really interesting is back here, you have a place where you can keep real stuff like fishing poles, and you can keep lawn chairs, and you could keep paddle boards. Like, there's a lot of room for all of your things. And there's even tie down hooks. Now, if anyone is looking for a cherry coach that's never been used, that looked like it came out of the wrapper, this is not your coach. But the cool thing about this coach is it's, first of all, it has been used, so it doesn't have that atrophy you get from sitting. Second of all, though, you're buying it from Transwest. So we do not only a chassis inspection, but we also do a whole house inspection. We will do a generator service on this coach and an oil change. We'll make sure that we've done an alignment. All of the things that you need for the chassis are actually taken care of by Transwest. And then on top of it, we'll do a full-fledged house PDI, so the pre-delivery inspection for you. What that means is we're making sure your refrigerator gets to the right temperature for cold, your air conditioners are working, your heating is working. If we need to service the Truma system, we service Trumas all the time. This is a huge organization that does really high-end coaches. So when you buy an Isata like this from us, she might not win the beauty pageant. Maybe she's got, you know, a few little nicks and scratches here and there on her paint. You know, she's not exactly, you know, perfect, but she's gonna be really good for camping. And because she's not perfect, she's also gonna be less expensive. So this is an insulated bay as well. You can tell once again, you've got that insulation around there, all that Mylar, you can see it. And then it actually has a heater in the bay. So again, for those of you who are looking to get off grid, that wanna go up into Canada, that wanna go ice fishing, you know, in Michigan, all those things, that's all done here. And then you've got a nice little place to keep your gravity hose. Diesel fuel right here under the compass rose. Big generator. Serviced here in Transwest, August 27th, 2024. And now serviced again on October 11th and 2025. Oh, so on the gen hours, just since I'm here, 59 hours on the gen. Whoever used this, of course, you know, you got 900 amp hours of solar on top, or 900 watts of solar. You've got 400 amp hours of lithium. You've got a lot of power on this coach. You also have 50 amps, so the likelihood of you being plugged in is kind of light. You have a built-in surge protector. No, it doesn't mean you can't put one on the pole. If you want to put one on the pole, you're welcome to, but you don't have to. Also, you'll note that your slide does have a slide topper on it. Keep those leaves out of there, keep the debris out of there. Side cameras. Again, a few little oopsies on this coach. This is something that you're gonna find. Again, you've got your propane fill right here. Again, this is not, she's not, if you're gonna send out an inspector that wants to tell me that she works well and that she's running appropriately, 100% stand behind that. If you're looking for something that's cosmetically perfect, this coach has not been, well, what did you say earlier, Jody? She's been well loved and loved hard. On that note though, furniture's in great condition. Very, again, easy to enter. You've got your 6-way power seat right here. You've got your lumbar support. 22,718 miles on the chassis. Heated steering wheel, heated seats, voice control, adaptive cruise control, nice rear view camera. Again, this is like a really killer coach for somebody who wants to really go camping. This is not the bougie, you know, park level. I'm hanging out with the Prevost people, swirling champagne and, you know, riding around with Fifi on my golf cart. This is like, take me fishing, where's the fire pit? Let's get out some marshmallows, and we're using sticks, not those fancy little extendable like metal things. But yeah, it's a kick-ass coach. Price point's fantastic. We have, like I said, it's a coach that we sold, used, that was serviced here for a client that we love. It's a great opportunity for you to get into a really nice product that is in great working condition. And you know, it has all the stuff you need. Heated mirrors. Again, this has got that 800 foot-pounds of torque. It's a 4x4. They went ahead, they spent some money on this, I'll tell you what. That is, I have a cattle guard on my coach, and they're not inexpensive. But this is great for anyone. Again, you know, you want a root catcher. This ranch hand cattle guard is badass. It will take on a moose. And then up here, as you can see, everything that you would expect. You've got your 6.7 liter diesel engine, and I want to say 36 gallon fuel capacity. It's pretty decent. But what you can't see under the hood of this coach is the reinforced suspension that you get for having, again, this, you know, more durable upfit for this Isata. It really makes a huge difference in the overall drive of this coach. And they also have a really nice reinforced sway bar that is factory installed on this product that makes for a huge difference while you're driving down the road. So this is the perfect coach to get you up and off the beaten path. This is stock number 5U251156. Again, 5U251156. My name is Katie O'Neill. I'm coming to you live from Transwest Truck Trailer RV on a nice Friday afternoon. I'll see you again on Monday. Let me know how I can get you out on the road and camping.